So just to give you guys a little bit of an update. So we want to close this house in before the winter. So we were supposed to have our windows installed about a week and a half ago. And then right after that, our stone and stucco guys were projected to start. Now the day before our windows were supposed to arrive on site, the day before, we got a call that they were gonna be a month delayed. Here's basically what that means. We needed to close the house in before the winter. First the windows need to be installed, then the stucco, and then the stone, or stucco and stone roughly at the same time. You can't do your stucco work when it's a certain temperature. So 5 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Below that, you can't really do your stucco or you risk it cracking. Right now, we're in a race against time to try and get the windows in so we can get our stucco done before the winter. Okay, really exciting day today. Finally, a lot of action going on at the house today. We got the HVAC guys working on site today. We've got the stucco guys starting today. And hallelujah, we have our windows finally arrived. 6 weeks late, but finally arrived. Let's go take a look. Come take a look inside. I'm moving the bracing?
Yeah.
Okay, it's cool. As long as the house doesn't fall down, I'm happy. Okay, couldn't be happier that the windows are finally here. We got the delivery guys coming to bringing in the windows. It's a big day. Big day. Very exciting. These are some nice size windows. Love it.
So later that day, most of the windows were installed, but a bunch were still delayed, one came broken, and the biggest main window in the front was actually delivered in the wrong size. So in the meantime, tarp was the best solution because winter was coming and work needed to get underway inside.
So remember when I told you at the beginning we were going to tell you the realities of the build, not just the good stuff. So we've had a lot of frustrations with the windows. As Ben knows over here, we had about a 6-7 week window delay, which was ridiculous. And the realities of life is now it's cold, and we have to tarp our entire house basically to give it the necessary heat in order to do the stucco. But now it's an additional cost that we have to go through. So the frustration of the windows has been ongoing. It seems never ending. Hopefully it's going to be done by the end of the week this week. Okay, finally, some windows on the front. Good stuff. Thank you, gentlemen. Insert the glass here in a few minutes, and we got a monster window here. Still aren't in yet. We're how many weeks? Almost 8 weeks past original delivery date, and
yeah.
We're still not fully installed.
So about 10 days ago, we installed like 80% of the windows, and then we had an issue with this massive window. It didn't quite come configured the way we wanted to. Anyways, the good news is it's in.
Finally.
It's finally in. Makes it so much easier for the guys to be working inside the house and be doing the rough-ins.
But not only that, is we needed this window for our stonemason to start.
Yes, and
He's been delayed weeks and weeks and weeks.
This one window finally got it in. So it looks amazing. I think the size of it is gorgeous. It's so nice to be able to have such a huge window in our living room. Looking at the design right now, I'm going to be totally honest, there's one part that I'm not loving, which is kind of the transom. Transom is pretty much just glass on top, and I knew that we're going to have a transom on top. But I'm not really loving the ratio. I kind of wish that it was a little bit taller. I feel like this is a little bit too short for the window. So part of me is feeling a little bit disappointed. There's really nothing we can do about it. Truthfully, this is how we ordered it. So it's not like it came wrong, but just this is my first reaction, and I have to be honest. And I think when we ordered it, maybe I didn't quite realize you know, the ratio, and now that it's in, it bothers me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get over it. We're gonna have blinds, but it's just to add to all this window saga, to be feeling a little disappointed after once this massive, huge window is in. It's just kind of frustrating. So it is what it is. It's, you know, you're not gonna love everything once it's installed. I think maybe given the opportunity, we could have maybe done something a little bit different. Maybe, maybe not. Kind of wish we explored it, but this is where we are. Moving on to the next thing.
Darling.
Yes.
How easy you forget. We did explore this. We went through countless options, countless different iterations, and this is what we came up with because it was by far the best option.
Okay.
So see, this is real. Little disagreement here.
It
Frustration,
happened.
not frustration, because I remember the conversation that led to this.
Okay.
This little lady doesn't.
Okay.
Oh well.
Oh well. Moving on. So remember when we said that about 80% of our windows are installed? So here's the 20% that's not installed and is not ready, and 2 months later is still somewhere in transit. Super frustrating. Because the size of this window is really large, they actually delivered the frame kind of put together intact, and that's sort of how they installed it. But we're missing the actual glass here. We're also missing the glass on 2 of these sides of the bay window. Also, although we got our basically like breakfast area niche sort of doors into the backyard, they're installed. The transom on top is not installed and is still missing. The door handle was delivered broken, and we're also missing our basement windows. So when I list it out, it kind of sounds like it's maybe more than 20%, but it is what it is. 2 months later, we're still waiting. We'll keep you posted.